Yo, good afternoon. Welcome to this nice, very summery evening here in Link the Past Randomizer Casual Boost Tournament. We are all set, ready to go. We have two amazing runners, Jem versus Milla, in their group stage. This is the first of their two games. Jem has already actually played two games already in his groups and did a 2-0 sweep versus Gridisham, and I believe this is actually Milla's first game within this group. So looking forward to some good fast action in this nice evening. I am joined here with the one and only Ravis on tracking courses Iker. Ravis, how's it going?
Oh my god, what is this introduction? Yo, thanks for joining me here. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it looks like a good race, as you said. Jam already making a statement in a 2-0 against Gridisham and is trying to extend that now. And Milla is trying, probably to make a little bit of an upset because I think we can safely say that Jam is probably the favorite in the one, but don't count Milla out. Playing since latter season 4, I think.
Oh,
so,
wow, okay.
Yeah.
You know these guys' history, Ravis. Man, you come prepared.
I made my work.
Yeah,
but I think we have a good match at our hands, and we're gonna see it. We're gonna start now.
Yeah, nice. Nice quality of life on Milla's side, giving us a timer, a countdown and a count up timer. Yeah, and as you said though, so within the groups, I believe the admins did, I don't know how tight of a seating they did, but I believe they did do some amount of seating, maybe not, super strict, but not surprisingly, as you mentioned, Jem is considered to be the top seed within the group, and I'm actually not quite sure where Milla was throughout, but he probably in this case would be considered the underdog. However, this is Randomizer. It's not like Jem has a 100% perfect win record. He happens to have 2-0 so far in groups, but there are many things in Rando that can change the course, of the progression for this race.
Yeah, and also a fun little thing that I just noticed is like we have some different colors on each side from the overworld and stuff. Like
actually, yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you actually don't get to see that, I guess, like too often. I know that some people like to play it. Some people probably like it more probably in like mystery settings to kind of maybe know that, kind of help remind themselves of what mode they're playing. Some people just like the different color palette shuffle. I know that, some people, sometimes the color palette shuffle may or may not intentionally actually make the game more difficult, unintentionally or not. For example, like if you kind of intentionally or unintentionally shade like the different colors of the shallow water and the deep water, and you go to Zoro's domain, unless you know the map really well, you may not know where you can actually safely go,
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it straight up. While Jam's Link looks a little bit out of the Barbie movie, the upper
wait, what?
echelon of Hyrule Castle on Milla's side looked kind of a Barbie castle in that regard.
Very topical, actually, Ravis.
Yes,
the Barbie movie has come out. I have actually not seen either Barbie or Oppenheimer. It came out the same weekend, but I would like to see them at some point, relatively soon.
Yeah. I haven't done yet myself. So, but we're gonna see some rando action here, and casual boots, casually having the boots, and also a sword makes things very easy and also very fast, as both runners are already presenting us. Jemmy,
yeah,
very nice ball and chain guard as well.
Yeah, and of course, actually, for what it's worth, there was so normally, every once in a while there is a vanilla NMG League. Season 4 actually just wrapped up, and it was actually a randomizer for vanilla preset. So a lot of people ended up getting a good amount of practice, basically, with doing escape without boost for what it's worth, but like the killing the ball and chain guard, right? Something very commonly done with a fighter sword. So certainly going to see a good amount of practice for that. Of course, Jem, alongside some other pretty prominent runners, like to try and go for that sub 5 escape. Looks to be actually on point so far. Nothing really too amiss. No real major obstacles in their courses so far.
Yeah, and also the nice thing is that we immediately found 3 bombs, so there's no farming any guards or rats or something like that. So we can actually just go through the Hyrule Castle and then probably go to Kakariko next.
Yeah, right. So like a very kind of typical route after escape is you go and check Bonk Rock. Some kind of it's not the first time that a runner has forgotten about bonk rocks in casual boots. But we do typically see that. Go maybe check Lumberjack because it's probably not getting any faster. Head on to Lost Woods and then probably Kakariko. For what it's worth, especially if you might consider yourself to be an underdog, cutting out a corner of checking the Lost Woods drop down might be, or not Lost Woods, Lumberjack. Actually, it might be in the cards for you. It is, an extra, 30, ish seconds, right? That, you could potentially save over, a stronger opponent.
True. Although in casual boots, I think most people like to check it since we have already two out of the 4 items we need to actually get the item. So it just makes sense.
And I didn't even actually think about that.
Yeah, and if you can see that there's like a hammer or whatever, the moment you can clear Aga, you're just gonna do it and save maybe some time by not dipping Eastern or things like that.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of, so we actually have not gotten any map check. That is, at least on jump side, kind of somewhat to be expected. You can't just waste a precious 3 seconds if you're gonna try and get that sub 5 escape. Have a lot of money, so we're almost actually. $300 is going to be really, really good because you can always, you're already basically halfway to Zora, right? Already have more than a bottle vendor money, but you're also looking for that 500 after the 100 to spend.
All right. So nothing too important in Harukas besides the 300 rupees.
Yeah. So Gem exit out with a 504, and we also get to skip that very nice, snug map. Just get a sit and sank chest. Let's say in this case, if Mila also can remember this case that he does not need to open it. And also maybe it's a little bit jarring to see, like especially when we save and quit. You're like, oh my gosh, did I forget a chest? But in this case, we know that we don't need it.
Yeah, meanwhile, we saw that
nice.
There's your hammer.
Oh
all right.
All right. Well, suddenly, that is probably one of the best items, in my opinion, for Dark World access. If you can, if you get Mitsuko mode, it's a lot better than Hammer Go mode. Gem, please don't also die here in the Overworld. Everything's fine. Okay, good. I'm glad that both people are checking, bonk rocks.
So yeah, we have green pennant on Hera, I think, and the other 2 light world dungeons were regular crystals, as far as I can see that.
Yeah, look at that. Like Iker, Master Tracker already marking basically everything for us, so thank you so much. Iker was also at SGL 2022 live. I got to see, everything he did, in person, right? Tracking, SMZ3, SM. And in fact, actually, fun fact, Iker actually beat Gem in the SGL group stages for casual boots.
Yeah.
So, pretty dang cool.
Chapeau.
Twice. Yes, thank you, Iker. That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I think Iker beat Gem once, like in groups outright, and then there was a tiebreaker in between Iker, Gem, and Files, and Iker won. So
Nice. So yeah, it's pretty standard stuff for now. We're gonna go see what's up in Kakariko. Maybe Mila's gonna stay and quit. I don't know. Probably
maybe. Yeah. And in fact, actually, another very prominent Shy Guy user, the Lane, has actually gone on record saying that he actually does not like leaving, like walking out of Lost Woods, and then going into Kakariko. And for what it's worth, like it is actually a little bit on the slower side. You gotta, climb all the way out, right, and then run all the way down. So certainly a good number of runners would also probably just like save and quit, right, and try to delay Kakariko.
Yeah, I mean that's specifically when you have the hammer already. That's a legit choice to do. Gem probably looking for the money right now, rather to clear Zora after the South Shore. That's what I assume is going to be like the main point. Interesting that he's going for the spin speed. I feel like I timed that myself multiple times, and at least for me, it's slower than actually dashing twice correctly. But
Gem can make things faster. Even
that's
maybe
what I was about to say. That it might be me the problem, but
I don't know if it's necessarily like you specifically, because I think it's like him and like Aerie, like they say the spin speed is faster, and then you are not the only person, by the way, who has said that the spin speed is slower, when they try and do it. So again, it might just be a Gem and Aerie thing.
Yeah, which wouldn't be surprising for me at all. Now this one I approve of.
Yeah. This one's really great, especially when you can, when you have to basically traverse something that's not, when you have to basically turn in the middle of your, you can't just dash straight down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, you're
All
gonna get the
right, those are
mirror?
some very
Okay.
good items.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
give us a
is.
glove, and we're gonna go up the mountain probably.
Yeah, and
Or
yeah,
maybe.
forget logic. You're right. Yeah, we are missing, a flute or a lamp or something. But who cares about logic?
True.
It certainly would not. Ooh, okay, that's a very convenient bottle.
And also with the golden bee, so that makes Gem gives the
Oh
500
yeah,
rupees.
that's a great point.
So he's probably gonna go back because he checked what the bottle is, and then oh my god! Now you definitely go and give
Yeah,
those
you definitely.
those 100
So
rupees.
yeah. Okay, so then how do you route in hobo here, or would you do hobo? Because you do
Yeah.
have like flippers, right? So it's actually now in logic.
Well, so there's like two things to do, right? If you want to do hobo later, if you get Darkwood access, we can do it with the flippers. But then if your
True.
Darkwood access is on hobo, so I personally would probably just simply do it with the water walk.
Okay, so
because
you would
I
water
feel like-
walk to hobo first? Is that?
Yeah, because we lose the water walk when we go to Zora, right? Because we have the flippers right now.
Right. Oh yeah, good point. Good
So
point.
I would rather say that. If not, maybe there's a chance I wouldn't go hobo because it's just like also not in logic. But either way, I think every decision here is fine. You just have to live with the decision in the end.
Yeah, all right. So Iker actually making a very good observation. Looks like he decided to just kind of leave the good bee. We are 100 rupees short on Milla's side in order for to him to guarantee himself Zora money. But we've got all of South Shore before potentially being basic kind of strapped for cash. But you know what? Forget it.
So
okay. If Milla's strapped for cash, we have the 20 rupee cave, right next to Ice Rod Cave to kind of help him out.
So the old me of me would be raging right now because I would have not done
what happened?
my old myself would wait for Darkwood access to dip swamp here when we have like the mirror and the flippers already and then do it together.
I see.
But then I would be very sad to see the gloves in there later on. So I'm glad.
Well, maybe those are your Myth Dark World access. Like who knows? We we don't know where the others. We don't know where the other glove is.
No,
but yeah.
Jokes aside, I think that it makes total sense to just check that. It's a nice boomerang.
Yeah. I was hoping for a prize there, but the bomb didn't quite land, which is all.
Interesting none of them goes Agina. That's always something that people sometimes do, sometimes not. And there might be something good even if you get Darkwood access. Oh, by the way, another 300.
Yeah, so I think Milla's all set for in this case for Zora. Gem is probably more than enough set. But yeah, so at least for Gem's side, he at least maybe more recently, he'll go to Agina if he thinks it's going to be an Agassiz. And so far, we don't need Lumberjack, and we are one pearl, away from Dark World access, right?
Yeah.
So, chances are maybe he is willing to skip that part, at least for the time being.
True. And it makes total sense. As you said, we're only a moon pull away. We got all the money. We got flippers. We have so much to check.
Yeah, exactly.
Surely there's going to be a better chance.
More money.
Yeah. There's going to be a better chance to check hobo, hopefully. So let's see if Gem is going to go hobo.
Yeah, well, he's saving his water walk, so I guess in this case, let's see in this case where he wants to run to.
I assume he's going to go and check hobo.
Yeah, it looks like it. Or at least maybe just a peek on the island. Okay. Oh, no, we're definitely going to check hobo.
Like, you do the water walk, and it's like you want to take advantage of that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
In Gem's position, he's comfortably in a 2-0 right now in his group, so I think in the early game, there's nothing he's gonna skip that easily unless he has Darkwood access.
Yeah, no, that's definitely for sure, and especially where and you actually said his execution. You mentioned about the flippers, right? So he actually had to avoid the shallow water, right? Otherwise, he would have.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he's really did a very nice job. All right, also looks like we're gonna take a very similar route. Also gonna check out the island. Nothing of value there. Somewhat surprised, or maybe not so surprisingly, because we do have in this case the mirror and the flippers, so we can actually easily access Lake Hyla Island once we're there. But not going to be worth our time today.
But there could be some interesting decision making soon if we don't find the moon pearl here, because the logical progression is probably then in the eastern area, right? If not Agina, but there's still the option of like going just up the mountain and maybe find a bow or something like that, or do the
Oh,
green
yeah,
pennant
for
before
sure.
going eastern,
Mhm.
right? So there's
Yeah.
more options on the table right now.
Yeah, and the fact that we do have, like in this case, like a mirror and a hammer, it means that we have East Death Mountain access as well, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, may or may not want to actually go into Pendant Hera. You know, the basement or the first floor always seems okay, but you know, maybe not so much further. But again, you know, like it's you have so many more options basically for you at the time. And if you happen to find myths, I don't know if you're willing to go into Super Bunny, but you know, it is something. Oh, Jem's actually gonna pick up a third bottle. I'm curious in this case to see if Mila wants to do something similar, because I
I'm
think
gonna be
now,
interested to see
yeah,
what he's gonna do now. So we're going eastern, okay? Because I myself think
maybe
I would
Saha.
actually go. Yeah, he's gonna go Saha and eastern if there's nothing in Saha. But I personally maybe would have gone on the mountain because, like, okay, if there's nothing on the mountain, right? I get the green pennant as well. There can still be something when I go to Saha next. But staying in logic is most likely be the better play because who the hell knows what's on the mountain?
Yeah, that's also true.
It's
Yeah,
just
look
a
at
lot of
Bright.
stuff.
Yeah, nice hammer dash there on Jump side.
There's
Oh
your
well,
move.
you know what? Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind.
Well, so Ravis, how do you feel about Swamp Palace? Out of
Yeah, I think
curiosity.
I think I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna go into the Darkwood and see it's Pendant Swamp because, like, there's no shot
Very
this is gonna
fair.
be a
Yeah,
crystal.
very true.
You can't
Yeah.
expect this to be a crystal swamp. I would be sad.
Oh, speaking of though, looks like Mila actually he might be making a play here.
Yes,
Instead of
we
going
get
over
some
to Saha.
divergence.
We're gonna go up the mountain, maybe try and get an edge, you know, over Gem potential. Oh, okay. We have a map check.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Amazing. This is a crystal swamp, but you know, as I believe also I saw there was a pendant turtle rock, and I was specifically looking for it because we had the ice rod so early for Mini Wildrum Cave.
Yeah,
And yeah.
probably completely useless. So never mind. We have a crystal swamp that we can just clear, and we have the fire rod here.
Oh my gosh, dude.
We might not need much. It's like
Yeah, actually, are you? Did you see?
no medallions, no cane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Somewhat of a desert access with either the book or the flute. Like this can be a quick one.
Yeah, exactly. So Ikir actually marked all of our prizes already, and like holy cow, this is gonna shape up to be potentially a very fast seed. You know, as you mentioned, we may not even see Kane. You know, Ravus, do you know how happy I would be if either one of these guys is trying to do the one cycle of Wizrobes 1 in GT with the bow? Like that would be really cool.
Fun, yeah. That would be super fun.
Oh.
But that is assuming that we get the GT big key without the cane. That is also
that's
another
true.
scenario that we will
very true.
maybe come back to. Yeah.
I mean, surely the GT big key has never been on GT right
side.
Oh,
there's the bow. There's a bow.
Oh, that is very interesting.
And you know, then now Miller has a decision to make, right? If we go and get the moon pearl, you can even do Pod and Eastern together. So. Like we know the fire rod is not gonna be there. That's very unfortunate because dark pod can be kind of rough.
Yeah, but I mean, like the lamp could be like anywhere, right? I mean, it could be you know, it can be an Eastern, it can be in the first couple chests of pod. Yeah, but I think it'll also be very interesting because he's gonna get probably a bunch more stuff up here, and then he's gonna get kind of funneled into the moon pearl, and then. Who knows in this case, like where, Pod Eastern actually is looking pretty safe. Look at that Specky clip! 22-second save. Good job, Jum. Remembering.
Yeah, see, I had one race and I forgot it is allowed, and then I had to try it, and then I forgot about it, and I did it the regular.
Oh no, Ravis!
That is so shameful to forget about that.
Okay, well, so long were you on restream? Because if a bunch of people were watching, yeah, then it'd be more shameful. But you know what? If it was just your own personal stream, then
I think I would have mirrored and said in the interview, "Oh, I accidentally mirrored, so I can take a YouTube video and see how it works."
Oh, hilarious. Oh, well, actually, you know what? Looking like Miller actually is going to make another play for himself. I think
Miller sees an option here with a green pendant because, like, this, you would not need to do it. Specifically if your opponent is Gem, you kind of don't want to clear too much. But I think since he knows he's gonna go towards like
Eastern
Sahas
pod, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
makes a
having
lot of
that goal
sense.
already feels like a win. So
Yeah, that's also. You know what also would feel like a win? Not dying.
that is true, but we have hopefully get
I'm
some
trying
hearts
to.
up here. Can
So
we?
he has 2 potions for sure. I don't remember if he threw in like. Actually, he does have a. I think he has a fairy in a bottle, so he should be okay.
Okay,
But
we have at least a red and a blue goo, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, that's only 20 rupees
Yeah.
here.
Iker confirming for us.
But
Okay,
still, you
so-
don't want to lose that. Oh my. Okay, never mind. Okay, we just take that fair.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Honestly,
What's up?
personally, for me, I would have liked to save that fairy because that can be a game changer for pod.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could use the red potion instead.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all fine. You know, the point is he has full health now, and we can we can get a free fairy anytime we want to go back to Waterfall. Wow, Moldorm.
Well, yeah, but from Miller's perspective, right? If we get Moon Pearl next, like a red go sure is good in pod, but a fairy is clearly better in the dark rooms.
Mm-hmm. True.
But whatever. I mean, we find the lamp next, and everything we just talked about is not from any use. So.
Mm-hmm.
So do we get the items in Hera? I know we get the 20.
Yeah, I think that's all I saw. No item in basement.
Also, nice fire out only fight for Jam here. Good timing on the shots.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Iker. All right. Looks like Hera is very easy Hera. He did. All right. So in this case, Milla did actually have to do Hera like kind of the intended way, the NMG way, because he did not get the hook shot that was next to the Moon Pearl in Saha's hut. We do also see a bug net on Floating Island. My guess is no one's actually going to go get that, even though it's a very nice safety.
It is a great item, but yeah, as you said, not gonna see that today probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So I also was not counting items in Swan Palace, but I think there are at least 2 because I did see the map and we did see the big key. So seriously, not surprising that gems I can go back in for this, especially being so early. And you know what? We get to see the Specky Clip twice. That's how great.
That is interesting routing because like I wasn't sure how to route that. I've seen the timings of the different routes, and I like what I see right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's the compass. So confirm that in this case there are 2 items left on left side swamp. Yep, no Master Sword means that we can't even hit the switch through the barrier.
So we get a cape and 20 rupees here in the lower 2 chests of Paradox Cave, but the juicy ones are coming up now.
Yeah, nice hook on the
I
pot
can't
there.
do that hook. I hate to see that.
Oh, sorry. Gem does a lot of things though, for what it's worth, that I think many people can't do. Maybe
I should be able to do that, but I'm just failing. So I might take an extra lesson from Gem at some point.
Okay, yeah, maybe we can ask Gem to make like a life lesson. Oh my god,
that is very good. Like this mountain trip was definitely a success.
Oh heck yeah! And actually, and we found boots too.
Sure.
So Milla's gonna be able to activate the flute. He's gonna get some fast light world travel access, and he's also gonna know, hopefully, that the lamp is somewhere out there. Oh gosh, dude! We found the mitts and left side swamp. Amazing.
Wait, that is no mode. That is no mode.
Wait, what? No, what? Wait, what? Ravens,
we will have everything we need unless we need the canes.
Okay, we need a sword, but I assume we're gonna get that.
Okay, sword mode. For example, sword. Okay, that's the only thing. Relax. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but I think you're right. Oh my dude. Yeah. So we don't even need that flute logically, potentially, right? Because Meyer is a pendant.
And that can be very, very bad for Gem right now, because this can be so quick, because Milla's gonna go hype cave. Oh my god, there's
okay.
See, I said no more. I'm just ahead in my head.
Yeah, exactly. You were like 30 seconds ahead of the stream,
So interesting. Alright, so
Wow, this is potentially really fast, man. And then
Yeah.
it even makes you wonder because like now you know especially with the siege kind of shaping up like this, you really wonder like how much of the overworld are you really gonna do because right now we have actually a lot of dungeons that we can complete on both sides. So Jem's gonna head over to Thieves Town and Skull Woods, which are fully completable on his side, and Milla is gonna head over to Pod Eastern, which is also and you mentioned 5 hearts. 6 hearts, sorry, green mail. Dark pod might be a little bit dangerous, but it is, going to be clearable.
But Miller has a very rough decision to make. Miller might decide the race when we start Hype Cave soon, because Miller has to go left.
I said he has to go.
Left side swamp, but if you go Hype Cave into swamp, you have so much stuff left. Do you go for 2 items left side swamp? And you're playing against Gem? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
and that might be like you go there, you get mids, you go towards Thieves Town automatically with the mids because you can lift the rock, right? And you find the Master Sword literally 1 or 2 checks later, and you're in go mode. Meanwhile, you see Gem is doing the Smith chain, or at least Smith right now with hammer pack. Like that's all time that he's gonna use. And Miller might be in a super quick go mode.
Assuming he does left side swamp, like that's but I think you're right. Like the later he. Well, I don't know. Yeah, the more in this case he kind of delays swamp, right? Like it's kind of like the bigger decision is gonna be. He is already gonna have Pod Eastern kind of done, so maybe it'll help him, further incentivize him to do left side swamp because there's gonna be fewer options on the table. But yeah, if he does decide to, as you said though, like the fact that he is racing probably a very strong opponent may kind of tip him over the edge basically on how much he kind of wants to clear out himself. Man,
like there's a reason for me personally where I'm saying I'm not gonna go out of swamp without the mids. There's a reason why that is my check politics in rando. I hate leaving mids in swamp, and this would be the seed where I would talk to myself and say, see, you were right all along. But
I guess for what it's worth, though, it's not like you can't leave the hammer in left side swamp, but I guess like if you're gonna leave something left side swamp, the mids are not gonna be like the worst thing, right? Mids do lock out a lot of things. For what it's worth, the things we are locked out of are pendants as well. So
yeah, but then you have from Miller's perspective, if you find the mids later, you think, okay, even if my opponent went here early, like he's gonna get an easy go mode on the mountain. And that's not what you want to have against Gem.
Yeah. So, okay, we already, by the way, got 2 items out of Eastern Palace. What would you do, Ravis? Would you continue?
With whatever it is.
Fair. So. You're also walking to the vanilla Vicky chest on Villa side. Okay, we do have boots, sir. All right, this room you can be forgiven for not running. Because it's dark, we can't actually see a thing, so we have a hook shot.
Even though the boots are actually really good in this room, because you just hold upright or left, upright a bit, and then you just dash, and you're pretty much below the pot. So that's way interesting. I mean, we have the flu. We could technically get into Mire if there's something important like the Cane of Samoria, but that's all.
I guess for what it's worth, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It's kind of sad. We're 25 minutes into the race, and we know we're not gonna see Turtle Rock today. We know we're probably not gonna see Mire today. So the game feels very small today.
Maybe, right? Yeah, as you said, right? We could still be searching for okay, we don't know where that Cane of Samaria is needed or not, and it is not a great feeling, right? When you go into GC, clear out the entirety of the basement, and you don't have the big key yet, and then now you have to basically go and look for the Cane of Samaria. Turtle Rock is probably not going to be an option, as you said.
No.
But Mire could be. So, ooh, all right. So Milla's actually trying to get through, the one of the hardest dark rooms here at Eastern Palace. Trying to find that Igor.
Reset the room.
Yeah. This actually looks very reasonable for him. As long as he can get out. Oh, great usage of that potion. Holy cow.
Still, I would reset the room once. It sucks, but...
Yeah,
okay, that is one, but that was the wrong one.
Oh, that was the wrong one? Oh, no.
Didn't get the key.
Alright, we're still looking.
There he is.
All right. Okay, we did find
Oh,
it.
okay. Now we know where he is.
Great. This is why Eastern is so great because we
Alright.
have a full quiver. All right. No, Mila did a great job. He recovered very well
Yeah.
because he used that potion at the absolute clutches of times. Holy cow. All right, we just gotta lift up the pot and then go through the door, and we are. Maybe not quite home free is maybe too big of a stretch, but it is. We are.
That
We're
is
here.
interesting. That is very interesting. Jem found the book.
He did
So
find the
Jem
book.
might go to desert without the flu, which is clearly slower, and keeps him away from the bow for now.
Yeah, right. So we do know that he does. Well, we don't know where the other bow is, but it looks like he does have to make his way up the mountain at some point so far. Now then again, we haven't seen Pod. We haven't seen Ice Palace. We haven't seen the rest of Thieves Town. Presumably, there's an item left. Maybe we haven't seen Skull Woods. Right? Like if Jem just finds a bow here, he may not. We may just never see Paradox on his side.
Well, he will. He probably will never anyway, because his bow is go mode. Like he only needs the bow now.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And that's on Spectacle Rock.
Yeah.
Well, he could still see Paradox Cave if he decides to go the hookshot way.
Go
Since he
for a
has the hookshot.
sword. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true too.
And it's more enticing as well because Hera is a pendant. There's even a world where people go like to the east side, clear everything there, and then just leave and say, you know what, I don't know, better things to do like Desert Palace,
really?
Ice Palace.
Not even go up. Okay. I guess
Well,
maybe.
yeah, you
well,
don't
if
want to
we
go to the
here-
Green Pendant, right?
Yeah, that's true. Because Paradox is pretty dense, right? As opposed to like you have to climb all the way up, and then who knows where the.
It's not only Paradox Cave. He has the mids. He can do Dark Death Mountain as well. So
yeah.
the east side looks pretty good, but unless Dark Death Mountain also has a bow, I can see people. I don't know if Jem is one of those people, but I can see people like waiting with Spectacle Rock Cave a bit. Specifically, if you
I think
have
you're right.
the cape or burner for Spike Cave.
Yeah,
and
oh
the
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, no, that's something true. And some people, like, I won't necessarily say Gem is like, well, everyone has different levels of aggressiveness. I won't say like Gem is on, either like is hyper aggressive, but yeah, you're definitely right in that a lot of people probably, depending on how they feel, would definitely be more willing to basically only go to East Death Mountain. Okay, all right,
So,
looks like our Mila, is doing Hype Cave. He got a Fire Rod.
And see, Gem is like clearing the front of Skullwoods. That is all stuff that. Okay, we're not gonna go Swamp. All right.
Wow.
Okay, so we'll go on Pod first. I mean, with the Fire Rod, it makes sense, at least to a certain degree. But that might be a dungeon that Gem, on the other hand, can go mode. Nice hook shot there through the spike. Because Gem will have his bow as go mode, and surely he's gonna find his bow on Spectacle Rock before he gets caught. I mean, again, even if one of the runners right there, for now, go mode, we still have the cane outstanding. So even if we think one is ahead, there is a chance that he's actually not ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of like an unknown. While it's only 4 checks, right? That's cane limited, or 5 checks. It is still a number of checks though that is non-trivial.
All right, Jem just got told that there's a guaranteed item on Mothula. I don't know if we found the second or the first item rather.
What was in the map chest? I don't remember. Sometimes Skullwoods is
was
just,
a key.
Okay, cool. All right,
Key or big key,
our awesome Iker is just on top of things. Like I feel like he pays more attention to the race than I do. But yeah, well, at least okay. I guess I don't really know what Gem decides to do in in this type of situation, like Kane, unknown go mode type of situation. But typically, at least for the front of Skullwoods, if he just finds the key in the map chest, he'll continue.
There was a nice
item. He'll leave.
There was a nice
mail,
and also interesting from Miller's side, right? Miller got a key in the first chest, but decides to go Bollock's side. Why? Because we want to probably hope for the big key. And then do the boss immediately, something along that line. I still would have gone through the front door first, but you just need mids potentially, and if like the big key is here or something, and you can just try the boss. There's the big key. I mean, can do the boss now, and in theory, if the mids are on the boss, then you're in go mode and can leave the rest in pod.
Yeah, that's actually like it's a great decision on Milla's part in order to do this. It is a little bit kind of scary, but we do have the fire rod, so like he is going to. Oh my gosh!
Both main
Well then.
upgrades on the back of
Well
Skullwood.
then.
What is going on?
Well, Milla clearly should have gone to Skullwoods if he wants that extra safety for Pod, because both of
Oh, we have
ours
the
are-
fire rod, so
Yeah. I'm saying in this case he should be fine. He should be fine. But you're never gonna complain about red mail in this case.
So, Jem, where are we going? Are we going ice or are we going up the mountain? Looks like we're going ice.
This is ice. This is
This
desert.
This is desert? Yeah, this is desert.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, no flute, no mountain, no lamp apparently because that's still out of logic somehow.
Also, we have to consider that all these save and quits and walking
Yeah,
without food is like time investing as well. Like this race, even though Gem is 2 crystals ahead and probably maybe 2 crystals even after the next couple of minutes, there's nothing decided yet.
Yeah, no, for sure. And for what it's worth, like the crystals that Gem has done, on average it's a little bit faster, right? Because like Milla's gonna go through pod, right? And he's gonna get his crystal relatively soon. But still, it is, a bit more of a time investment even to just get into the dungeon to begin with, right?
Yeah, but Thieves' Stone is also not the fastest one. Like it's a linear one, but it's not Skullwood's fast or like
true.
fast. Like you still have to walk all the long ways, all the screens and stuff. It's okay, but well, we'll get the small key first, all right? See, that is a part Milla might skip, right? If Milla gets the mids and goes with the flute way and might get the big key on the torch, it's not even gonna see the right side. Like all these time saves are possible. Never mind. But still, the mirror back is gonna be better with the flute.
I know that's definitely true. I also, by the way, like how Milla is actually just playing, to his comfort level. Like basically, he's making sure that he doesn't die, which is probably the most important thing, for him, because a death at Helma is really, really rough.
Yeah, and gets it done nicely. So, but what is gonna be the next decision? Is it gonna be Swamp? Are we doing maybe Thieves' Stone into Swamp?
See these nice little hammer dashes, right?
Yes, but he has to hook here next. He has to hook through the pot. Oh,
where's the pot though?
Never mind. No. I mean the left one. Oh, you can dodge that easily like that, but I think with the hook you're tiny bits faster. Like 1 frame.
We'll keep this in mind.
I might be wrong though. I'm like, I trust Gem more than me, I guess.
Well, I don't know. I think he's also maybe. I don't know how much effort he's actually put into some of this, but I mean, I think he did also realize though that the hammer dash is a bit faster. Now,
and
of course,
yeah, and we're talking about 1 frame. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nerd. Okay.
You know what? If he loses this by 1 frame, we know exactly where to point to.
But then it's a draw, right? Unless you literally talk about like exactly what is it.
Oh, true. Seconds? Yeah, that is also true. Yeah, actually, I didn't even read the rules in this place. If there was, what happens in this case if there's a tie? We can get solved those after, if and when this happens.
See, I stopped reading the rule about the tie because the tournaments I read it, I actually tied. So. No,
really? That's hilarious. Okay, all right. Don't ever open up that rules document. It is not important to you.
Greetings go to Tato in that case because there was both.
That's hilarious. Okay, all right. Okay, Gem. He's got half magic and the fire rod. And sadly no bow from Spectacle Rock. So I guess we're just gonna have this fight. Nice fire rod fight though on Lamos.
Yes. And just a heart piece. I wonder where the lamp is.
And that's a great question because we haven't found it here in pod either. I mean, we're not gonna find it unless it's like literally right here.
It could be here or in the low. Oh, okay. That is something Gem is not gonna get probably. Unless he's gonna look for the big key and he's gonna skip it in the front for now. There's a fair chance to do that.
Oh, would you do that though? I don't know because you made a really good point, right? Like when Milla first went through the front of pod, like even though you get a small key, like it could very well be worth Gem's time to just do the Bollock side and in hopes and get the big key on the right side, right? In this
either
case,
that or you check the first chest, right? And then Maybe you get one
Yeah.
item in the front and say, is it the? I'm only needing the big key. I don't care about the big chest. I could just go to the back, And then there could still be 5 keys on the front as well. So I see people doing that. I did it in my last one. Of course, the big key was also on the ball locked side, so I was wrong there. But I mean, you can do it. But also, Gem is probably right now in a very comfortable position. But we're going ice without the cane, and we're not in go mode, so this can be a very slow ice palace.
Yeah, I was even thinking that. So actually, that was actually probably one of the reasons why he wanted to delay Ice Palace. Like one, like he maybe was not as again comfortable, right, with the equipment that he has. Not necessarily for offense, but yeah, without the cane, like Ice Palace not in go mode is again a very heavy time investment. So, oh my gosh, did you see that there's silvers in Pick Chest of Pod?
No.
Oh wow. Okay. Gem
But
might
that's
be,
actually
as you said.
Those are actually the true silvers, right? We have the bow locked big key.
Yeah.
Those are the true silvers.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like this bomb strat. I copy that.
Yeah, that's actually
I
really
copied
nice.
that every inch. It is so good. It is so good. It is so good.
I agree. But actually, so given in this case where, well, it's Milla's Master Sword, but it would be Gem's Tempered Sword, and where both bows are, Gem might be a Master Sword soloist, honestly. As you said, he may not even see the sword in the back of Pod, and he may not actually see that bow, like the silvers in Big Chest, depending on like when this gets how he rots Pod.
And it's gonna be interesting because Milla's gonna be on tempered with silvers because we're gonna go thieves, woods, and also thieves. And with that, we're going to go down toward Swamp and find the tempered on K45. So this is gonna be very interesting. Like Miller's not gonna go the longest way, but I understand that Miller probably just wants to find the myth. And if he doesn't find the myth on the way, then he knows that left side Swamp is maybe now a better choice
exactly.
than after Hype Cave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's all. Like, so in this case, like try to put up basically Swamp as one of your last dungeons. I think is actually really good on Milla's part. Like, especially if you intentionally thought about this, right? He has now an extremely much more well-informed decision to make.
And for him even better, he's gonna clear Skullwoods from the back. So he's gonna get both items and then leave the dungeon.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, so he's saving at least like I don't know, like a minute and a half, maybe an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't check big key chest. You don't go anywhere. Like it's
gonna be really great.
And we see why people are waiting for Cane of Somaria because these rooms are rooms that you're never gonna see when you're having the cane.
Yep. On Gem to remember that he can still do Ice Palace Bomb Jump. It is even in middle of precept because Icebreaker is allowed. You don't really ever see people, even going like the regular way. So it's really actually just like doing the vanilla, speed run.
Yeah.
Really good to actually see in this case, that people still remember how to do Ice Palace Bomb Jump.
So Miller's gonna be thinking, oh nice, I got a blue mail, finally I can play the game. And then you suddenly get to the red mail, you're like, okay, what is going on in this Armor Woods?
Yeah, that blue mail I'm sure is a really great site for him too. Right before Mothula. Like he also did restock on potions for what it's worth. So, and again, I think he's just very honest with himself. Like he also realizes that, I might need to be a bit more aggressive, if I'm playing a very strong opponent, but I can't also just like, go rushing into danger without at least, being somewhat prepared.
And again, this early mountain dip is paying off definitely because there was no other way. Like the fruit was up there, you get the bow. He got another sword in Pod, which you could have skipped, but he didn't. Like I think besides Hera, there wasn't like any extra checks. And when Gem goes up, he might be doing Hookshot Cave and stuff like that. Good things that Miller maybe does when he's just going up to GT as well. So. There's some interesting time saves and investments on both sides. We can't really say who's ahead right now.
But you're talking about like spending forever here in Ice Palace on Gem's side. Like he also went to Ice Tea, by the way, which is something that I mean he's certainly gotten burned before by leaving something pretty important in that chest, but you can see that he's very dedicated to this dungeon.
Yeah.
And but as a consequence, right, he is still in Ice Palace.
And now he's gonna go to the big chest. You know, you go down, you go right, you go up, you go back, you go down, you go left, you go up. Oh, it's so annoying. And all that for what was it, 21 rupees? What we had now in Ice Palace? It's super annoying.
Yeah, it was a single green rupee. Yep, and it was 20 rupees in the big chest. But meanwhile, though, Milla also did take down Mothula. Got his gray mail in this case.
Yeah, I was about to say that looks like a gray mail.
Yeah. He also burned his blue potion for what it's worth. So, you know, but again, like, there's, you know, you can't, like, once you beat the game, you know, you can't take your elixirs with you, right? So you got to use them now.
Yeah, and let's see, Milla is probably going to check Bumper Cave here. Gem is... Oh, never mind. Okay.
Apparently gonna go check Bumper Cave.
It's like... yeah,
he is gonna go check Bumper Cave.
I'm just gonna say, if that is Kane... If that is Kane... I mean, it's unlucky, but I'm just...
That's actually, yeah, it's a great point. Oh, well, yeah, so Gem hasn't been over here. Okay, all right, yeah.
I mean,
because Gem did not do this part. He also has no cape, by the way, because we found the cave in Paradox too, right? So
yeah, but I don't know what I think about Graveyard Ledge.
Have we done Kingstone?
We can, but we haven't, since we don't have mids on Milla's side. But I think
okay, so
Gem is also
I mean,
not going to do Kingstone. Gem just could have played Kingstone.
Gem maybe is very focused on getting up the mountain, but you are absolutely correct. That
it makes sense.
Oh no, but he should have just gone to King's Tomb. It's very, I mean, like I'm wondering in this case if he.
So I'm gonna say it again. If that is the Kane.
Yeah, that's okay. A Gem at least is saved by Graveyard Ledge, and that has nothing. Like, if it really is King's Tomb, right? Like, it's not going to be the worst thing to go back to.
It is absolutely horrible in my eyes.
It is absolutely horrible.
I mean, that's what he would get one more chance with activating the flute, but that's it. But it's not. Okay, so we're not gonna jinx anything.
Bombs, yeah.
And we're gonna flute away. Where are we fluting, Milla? Are we gonna go swamp now?
He can go to desert. Desert would be a valuable option, right? Oh, we have also Thieves Town too.
I personally don't like that because we have to walk all the way around. I would have taken just the portal back and just run, but okay, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm also wondering. Oh, right, and we can't get into Ice Palace on Milla's side because we have no mitts, so that is going to be off the table for him. Yes.
So yeah, Gem went the hookshot way, so he's gonna get like, what, the flute and stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna get the flute. He is gonna get his cape here. Oh god, what happened?
I mean, I can see Gem like not going to the Hera area and saying, okay, I'm gonna activate the flute, gonna see what's in the Maya area, you know, stuff like that. Delaying the bow on Spectacle Rock Cave.
Yeah.
Which would be just a little bit annoying.
Oh, wow, we even have a right side chest open on Milla's side for chest game. Don't get to see that very often. Yeah, but yeah, also a good point in that, like, I thought he can go to desert, but we also need a miss for desert. So, but just maybe a little bit ahead of ourselves. He's gonna get his book here. So
what could be very bad for Gem if he finds the cane and Quake is needed for Turtle Rock, that could be very, very bad.
Oh my god, dude, he's not.
Assuming that he
going
can,
in.
Like, assuming he would, you know, well, there's no good reason to go to Hera as well, right? It's a pendant once again.
Yeah, well, right, but I mean, this is part of the reason why you said maybe he decides to come here first, because it's very item dense, right? And so he'll do this, and then he'll go over to the left side of the mountain.
Okay, it's Ether. Fair.
We're saved.
Yeah, definitely.
Surely he's gonna go. All right, we actually. Oh, these are gonna be new checks because we have not been over here at all on Milla's because we have no mitts. Okay, anything good in Hookshot Cave? Sword?
Okay. Yeah, I was just about to say what is gonna be good.
both males. We don't need any more shields.
Yeah, it's the only things that can be here is like cane or a sword, not even the lamp.
That's true, right? This entire mountain is lamp locked that we still apparently haven't seen. Like,
see, the best thing that the Dark Death Mountain offers was presented on Floating Island.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh!
Oh,
Please,
wow,
okay.
dude, you are absolutely correct in that. Oh my gosh, dude, he got like super saved by the fact that it was Ether.
Imagine if it is
Oh
Quake.
my gosh, it was Quake. Holy cow.
Oh my god, he's how do you go back from Spiral Cave though? Oh, I forgot about that.
I am impressed. Holy
Oh, I think he's gonna activate the flute first. He might even get the first bow and pod in theory. Oh my god. Like I can see him just save and quitting after this, you know, taking the flute, activate that, blah blah blah, and then do Meyer Shed or something like that, and then go to pod and get his bowlock bow potentially.
He does have and he has at least one potion in order to sequence break out the right side too. Oh my gosh, dude.
But Gem is not the...
then.
Oh, we have red bomb. We have red bomb.
We do have red bomb. What is the 5/6 crystal?
That
Oh,
is
Thieves
Ice
Town
Elephant
in.
Swamp.
Oh no, Ice.
Right?
Okay. Listen, something swamp or skull, whatever. It's one of those.
Oh, it's Bombo's tablet.
Oh, it was an
first.
ice palace. Thank you. Sting.
So yeah, we have Bombo's tablet first, which is guaranteed to be not a bow
Great.
and not a lamp.
Yeah. Wait, Bombo stuff. Why can't it be the lamp?
Because I don't know. Wait, why can't it be the lamp? It can be the lamp. Never mind.
Town, right?
No, I thought the book was on the mountain, but okay.
Okay, you know what? We have confirmation that it in fact could be the lamp on Bombo's town.
Yeah, so never listen to me. It's like
No.
that book was on the mountain.
See, there was that book right there. It's well, you know, with palette shuffle, you really can't tell, you know, what the mountain is versus not. So.
But this is gonna be red bomb for Gem now, and probably a catfish check. And then
Oh my gosh,
again,
we're going to catfish on Gems. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I don't know.
But he has only bad options, right? He can go up to Penantera, which sucks. He can go Bolus Pod and Eastern, which sucks. He can do Red Bomb, which at least with Ice and Skull was kind of feel like it makes sense. And if you're not gonna find anything, are you gonna
check on left side? I don't know. I mean, is it really that bad to go to the left side of the mountain versus catfish? I mean, like, I fully believe you, by the way, that because he's doing this, he's gonna go to Pyramid Catfish and check this out.
I mean, he still has the chance to just say, you know, I'm not gonna do it and just go pod, for example.
He got the.
What I would be like, Gem is not the kind of guy who says big is bow locked, I'm not gonna check big chest, right? That's not something he's gonna do.
Oh, for sure. No, for sure. In fact, Gem actually, he even has a Potter's emote on his chat, so he very much believes in pod. But I mean, it is gonna be pretty funny though, because you know, like, okay, if you ask, you know, like 100 random runners, like, what location are you gonna be checking? Spec Rock versus Catfish, right? Like, it's gonna be Spec Rock like 95% of the time, right? And we might not see that on Gem's side.
Yeah, I think about some people like, for example, my league teammate Kermit, who would be in this pod saying, I'm not gonna check the big chest because it's bow locked, and he's literally gonna skip the bow there. So that's why I'm like, this is like, there are people who are gonna say, okay, it's not in logic. How high? What are the chances that a second bow is in there, right? And this is the seed.
Played Rando before, out of curiosity. All right, well, you know, so the timer's ticking right now for Gem, because so Milla's already, you know, he's making some really great progress, right? So he finished up his 4th crystal. He is already kind of like on his way. He's gonna go get his Tempered Sword out of K45. Down to Swamp, he's gonna get his mitts, in theory, soon. And then he's gonna. I mean, he already also has Desert 2 to do too, right? So like, he's making some really good progress.
I don't remember. Wait, the Big Keen Eastern was somewhat early, right? Because we had the option to.
It was, yeah, it was the Compass Chest. Correct.
And there's Gem going to
Catfish. So basically, right on the way.
We're gonna see Catfish.
He's gonna go to Catfish. I can't. Who? You know what? It's really late for Gem. You know, he may not be himself. You know, at 12:10 a.m. in Germany.
It can get even worse. Remember the Quake we had? Gem can, in theory, go into Mire if anything goes wrong. And that is from all the 3 decisions between Pod, Hera, and Meyer, the only one
Dude,
that is
you're
wrong.
right.
And that is
I
I would
didn't
be
know that
so
you could
sad.
actually avoid the heartbeats like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually true because right now there is literally nothing inside a pendant dungeon for him. We don't know what the Meyer entry is for what it's worth, like, but it very well could be Quake. Like I think we got pretty hard bailed out, honestly, as you mentioned before, like that it was Ether for Turtle Rock because we did find the cane and like holy frick, dude. Like,
I mean, he might even find Ether somewhere.
I
and
mean,
then
it would have
say,
been very reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would. Of
And
all
it's like
points,
6
not to take
items.
Spec Rock.
It's like 6 items in Turtle Rock, right? How can you say no?
Yeah,
We're gonna
well, plus
see.
Mimic Cave too, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, this is gonna be good for Mila. At least he's gonna find his lamp and put everything back in. Oh my god, dude! No! Oh my gosh!
No!
Alright, this
No!
is like this punishment for Jam. All right, like he hates catfish. He doesn't even know this
No!
location exists. For some reason, he decides to go here, and he's gonna get
No
punished.
shot!
Don't go, Jam.
We're gonna activate the flute. Are we gonna go to Meyer? Oh my god. So this Ether option, offered us a new option that is wrong.
Maybe it'll be a fast. Maybe it'll be a fast check. You know, like he'll do Meyer shed in checkerboard. Maybe.
I don't know. I only hope that if Jem decides to go towards Todorok, that he's going up, because he can check on the way. I assume he's gonna do it as well. But oh god, is he maybe gonna check pedestal now or something? Or did he check pedestal? Oh god, that is so
really?
weird.
I don't think so. Yeah, he was. Oh, we're here.
Oh god,
Remember how I said he believes in Pod, and like yet he hasn't been there yet. I'm sorry, like you do have to believe me.
Oh god, and it's Quake. Oh no.
Oh my god, it's Quake. Oh my god. All right, we're not going in, right?
God.
We're not going in. Yeah.
So just to update the race, right? Mila's gonna even out the crystals now if when he's done with desert.
Yeah, he's here in desert with tempered sword, by the way.
Yeah, and then he's gonna do swamp and it's gonna go mode ice, and you know, on the way to GT probably gets the cane as well because there's no reason to go up to the Turtle Rock entrance. And Gem is just wasting time right now with unlucky, you know, decision making. You can't even blame him. I fully.
That's not the bow. That's 10 arrows.
Yeah, I fully understand. So we get the hammer. The hammer. Is it gonna be Turtle Rock?
Dude, look, he's on the mountain. Oh wow.
Okay. He's safe. He's safe.
Like, there were 3 bullets dodged.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Oh my god.
Jeez,
Oh my god. I was very.
I cannot believe. Look at that pause! You see that pause at the door? Jem's like, oh no, look, there's a boat. Don't actually go in the ceiling. Yeah. Hey, look. All right, so at 55. After Catfish, after Graveyard Ledge, after all of the mountains, finding his bow on Spectrum.
He's not gonna feel good. He knows that he could have skipped the entire.
Okay, now another, as you mentioned before, Pod.
So Gem could have either a nice pot or a weird pot. Like he's either gonna skip the big key, which I don't believe, and get a tempered, which would be nice. But it's not able to get them. He's not gonna see the silvers this seed. Like it doesn't matter. But he might get a tempered here or a quick pot, depending on how he's gonna route it. But yeah, Miller, after doing desert, will not have good choices and probably Footier swamp. But I still like Gem is still ahead with that bow right now. I'd say
it was quite the journey, and yeah, right. So Gem ended up getting pretty early, like basically BOGO mode, in his way, and so he decided to do the parity, or sorry, the item dense checks, you know, on East Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain, and totally skipped out on like Hera and Spec Rock Cave.
Ooh, okay, we're gonna hover
later. We're here in Pod.
Ooh. We're gonna try again? No.
Oh, it's a front. Oh, We might get a hover out. Oh, okay, never mind.
Jam, you're missing a
Oh,
key.
look at this. Look at this. Really.
Key. Oh wait, are you?
He is missing a key. He is missing a key.
So yeah, Gem's gonna get his big key here, but not a tempered sword. All right, so Miller about to go into Swamp and hopefully getting the mids. And yeah, Gem is not gonna see his tempered here at least, and also not the service as mentioned before. Yeah, Miller definitely has only a few places left. There's like what, Catfish and Pyramid Ledge probably. That's pretty much it, right? Unless we're missing something, but yeah. With that tempered and the silvers, even though Gem looks to be a little bit ahead because he has to do pod here. And he's gonna finish up Eastern right away. Miller still needs to go to left side. We have a tempered and silvers versus only Master Sword right now. Question is gonna be: is Miller gonna do left side immediately because that would speed up the process? But probably not. You're only needing mids and potentially Cane of Somaria.
Yeah, I would imagine Miller probably just goes to the back first, and plus, like, there was also the big key in the back as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he certainly would be, further rewarded with the fact that, or at least he'll feel better if he.
And
if he
also
goes
no
back.
specky clip here. We're seeing an ancient
true.
technology.
You're right. Oh my gosh, dude!
And
like
the Miller thread that we call it.
Yeah, the anti-spec specky technique. All right, it is going to be a nice reminder.
Never unlearn how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you know what? So I mean, like Miller, I think also did kind of like rush home from traffic. So
yeah, but he's rushing through the seat as well. So
oh yeah, no. In fact, if you look at the tracker, right? He's got tempered and silvers. He's gonna have a lickety fast Ganon fight. Gem, on the other hand, he is still a very capable runner. He is more than able to do Masters or Serverless. It might just take him a little bit longer.
I mean, to be fair, Gem is going to be roughly an Ice Palace ahead, just from the crystal situation, minus the tempered and silvers.
Yeah,
so
but he is also going to be. Mm-hmm.
And I see also Miller not going for.
Oh, not even diver down. Wow, this is some very classic tech here that you get to see. Actually, there's a nice showcase, right? Because Gem went through Ice Palace without Cane of Somaria, so we even got to see like Ice Palace bomb dunk. That is like. Classic content, right?
Yeah, that is real, like, like whoever played Tears of the Kingdom, it's like a Sono old. So it's so old. Only people that are very long in this community remember when that was found. That is not including me. It was already here when I joined, so.
Yeah, we just need like the song. It's like going back in time with like the song of the past or something like that. All right, okay, but you know what? It's actually really cool. For the record, Mill is probably not the only person who does not do diver down. I think in SGL 2021, I think online, Dunka was also very famously not doing diver down as well. Just one of the things that he just refuses to do, which is very understandable.
Damn, I didn't know. Dunka, what's up?
He did learn Icebreaker though, for what it's worth. So, all right, okay, I'm okay. So, Gem's obviously gonna skip Vanilla Vicky Chess. He's in go mode for sure. So
there's no reason for him to do it. Like even if he would have had no lamp, and he still has like a half magic and only.
Yeah, exactly.
But look at this fast Argus fight.
Yeah,
Wow. Gem had to deal with that with Fighter Sword.
Fighter's sword, green mail, and I think like 6 hearts or something. I mean, something pretty because this was one of the first dungeons that Gem ended up doing. And yeah, Fighter's sword.
The actual first dungeon that he did.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It's not even one of the first. It is the first. You are correct. Yeah, quite the offensive difference though.
All right, Miller, surely you go back, right? You have 2 versus 2 items.
Yes, surely. I believe.
All right.
Okay. Everything's really great on Milla's side. He's gonna go get his mitts. Jam also looks like he decided to have mercy on one of the Armos knights.
He tried. I think he tried this like setup that Eri does as well.
The pinkest. Yeah.
I don't know where you were. Whatever. It looks like a freak show to me.
It's supposed to save like 20 frames or something.
Suddenly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, it looks really cool when you can get it, but I think if it does go off the rails, like it goes off the rails very, very poorly. Like it's kind of like a train wreck at that point. Versus, I think even for like the normal quick kill for Armos, like even if you do kind of not maybe get it perfectly, like you have a lot of room to recover.
Yeah, so it turns out that it's even a little bit more than an Ice Palace, because that left side just takes some
yeah,
time.
I did forget about, yeah. I guess for what it's worth, though, it is going to be a Go Mode Ice Palace with the Cane of Samaria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, no, never mind.
No,
you're right. You're absolutely right. It's still going
to be...
But
then, when you have Go Mode Ice, Cane doesn't make it as much faster, right?
Actually, yeah, you're right. Eri, I think, has said that it's like maybe like something. I don't want to misquote here, but I want to say it's like 8 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds.
Okay.
Assuming you don't do the right side. Right, exactly. It's something very, very low, basically negligible. If you, as you mentioned, if you don't have to do right side Ice Palace, it's actually pretty good.
So I wonder if Miller can do Ice Palace bomb jump. Then I hope so, because that is the seed the way.
That is actually very important. Yes.
Even though even though you could just take the mids, go the mountain, and find Cane of Samaria, and then go like Icebreaker.
Doesn't that seem kind of expensive? I don't know. But
well, yeah, of course. But if you don't feel comfortable doing like bomb jump, you just look and hope for the Cane of Samaria. I don't know.
Or get this, Raven. How about we actually do Ice Palace, like the original?
No.
Is that even like so old that we can't even like mention it here?
It's not about old. It's so bad.
It is. It might be. Oh, look at that. We're leaving. We're not even checking that last item. Like he's not even. So maybe I think he's gonna go into Ice Palace like now.
Oh my god, how fast can a big key be?
Amazing. We didn't even get a chance to say, like, feel free to post some numbers because, there's the big key. Gem's going up. So for what it's worth, like, I don't think Gem is very happy to see that. Because he is looking, exactly, he is looking for silvers or tempered, having, so Gem even has emote, Gomo tempered, and is just like this, like, sad and frustrated face with a tempered sword. It is something that he would really like to have to make the game more playable. Well?
No, okay.
No, it looks like I think just because he. Well, right, because like you're already on right side, left side. I mean, like it's only like 2 room transitions away, and you don't even have to kill the Stalfos, right?
You get like 1 or 2 keys guaranteed, right? Like, come on, whatever. I think like checking the upper chests makes more sense because there can be only max 1 key in the chest, so you can get actually at least 3 items. But you can even get 3 keys and stuff like, and you have to get 1 or 2 keys very early, of course. And be like on the Hope Room side. Sure, but I don't know. It's whatever. Gem just probably feels pretty good about his execution.
He might feel behind, honestly.
He might, but if he feels behind, he knows he's far behind. And I think he's slowly rooting that out because, like, from his perspective, his opponent might even skip left side swamp, and that is
that's also true.
He dodged.
Like,
he still dodged the worst things. Like, sure, he went catfish. Sure, he did red bomb. Of course, he doesn't know that he doesn't have, tempered sword and silvers compared to his opponent. But I think, like, from his perspective, he didn't go into Mire, didn't go into Turtle Rock. He just found the way. Didn't go into Hera even. Like, he didn't even see a pennant dungeon from the inside.
Yeah, that is true. Right, and we oh my god, talk about bullet dodge. You know, he honestly, like, you know, we can ask him, you know, during the interview if Turtle Rock were Quake, if he got in. But holy cow, like the thing, it wasn't Quake. Oh, good thing.
Ooh, unlucky. Wow,
Yeah.
half magic, and you're out of magic here. I've never seen that.
Look at this bow landmos too. Amazing. It's actually Jem's arguably best weapon, not even like memes aside, because he doesn't even have tempered sword.
But yeah, that was like I just realized he had tempered. He doesn't have tempered sword, so it makes sense that he uses more magic, of course.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. So okay, no one cycle Wizard's thrown with the bow. He's also out of arrows. And by the way, he had 5 arrows going into upper GT. I mean, I'm glad he was paying attention, but like, geez, kind of scary, honestly, if you run out of arrows there. And...
Yeah, I mean, it would look a little different if he like gets silvers in the last chest. It would be a little rough. But I think, if I remember correctly, and I might be completely wrong here, but there are 10 arrows on the pyramid ledge. So if he would get silvers here, I think it would be worth to just pick those.
I think it was 300 rupees. No.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it could be. I'm not sure about that, but
okay.
That's why you want to remember your checks.
Yeah, know? Exactly. Yeah. By the way, I don't say. Hey. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know, in SGL 2022, when Matt found his temper sword right here, or maybe it was Mini Helma left, but like, holy cow, the face that Matt made, I can actually just imagine Jem making that exact same face. Like, he is so bailed out.
I'm just reading, like, Miller didn't get the...
Yeah, I was also going to mention that too.
And has only one bomb. That is...
Jem's really letting Moldorm, you know, have some playtime here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess now, what do you think Milla's gonna do? Because he doesn't have the cane. We actually did see a small key on Cold Stare, so the dungeon is technically cane locked. So I guess maybe he would know that if he can't. Well, he's not gonna find that out though until he actually beats Cold Stare.
Exactly. And then the cane could just be in Ice Palace. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see. I guess pretty soon.
Yes, that is very true. I was actually wondering how much of the Ice Palace are we gonna see that's, you know, kind of deviates from the, you know, norm of what we kind of like typically see for an Ice Palace clear.
Yeah, and now we see like why you wanna do the bomb jump, right? Because Miller has to go, you know, jump down, or rather flip the switch and stuff, get the keys. And I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know how many hits there were on Aga. I assume maybe one more. Yeah. Okay, that looks.
Well, he's done now. Yeah. All right, this one's gonna be a quick one. Still sub 120. Even though like Jem is probably gonna say I could have sub 1 this if I just go on the mountain and northern side.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of curious to see like how. I wonder how long all that extra stuff basically, you know, took him. Right, like he did Big Bomb, he did Catfish.
So the thing was, like Miller, when he was at Hype Cave, went towards Pod, and I think if Jem goes on the mountain earlier, he still goes Swamp and still clears this, and then he's gonna sub 1 the seat. Yeah, he's gonna get his Master Sword on the way to Thieves, then Cave 45. Yeah. And then go most the rest, and you know, gets his sub 1 hour, because he would be in go mode in like what 25 minutes or something, having done 2 or 3 dungeons.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I mean, this may not necessarily be like the greatest feeling for, at least for Milla, to go through. Yeah, he really wants that bomb. Good thing we have a hook shot to get through the spikes.
Oh, but we're taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think he does have one more potion. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think he only used one of them. Okay, well, Jem's almost done with Ganon, so. Oh, okay, Iker, thank you. Can he fall, maybe? Because
Wait,
there is
what?
like a very sorry in Milan 4 like in those
Oh,
pots right there.
I was like, did you just suggest to Gem that he should fall?
No,
Can you
I
fall,
would
please?
never. No, I would never suggest to Gem that he should fall. Ganon is probably not, the best of subjects, for Gem.
I wonder what Gem just thought when he read, "Oh, the silvers are in pod," and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing multiple visits here for Milla in the same set of rooms, and it looks like he's actually just trying to farm a little bit of extra health, which is again very very understandable because it is not exactly a place you want to go.
He needs another key, and I think the last was on Cold Stare, right?
On Cold Stare. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's why we need the Ice Pass Bomb Jump. But GG's to Gem. Get your GG's in the chat, and gonna see a 113 something here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fast. It didn't necessarily feel like a 113, but it's certainly very very fast. Yeah, big GG's to Gem. Quite the adventure.
I mean, in the end, we can safely say even if Turtle Rock is Quake, with the Ice Palace Bomb Jump, that would have probably not been a game changer then. But for the race itself, it could have been, very interesting for us if Gem goes Turtle Rock. But yeah, and cleanly executed the whole seed and dodged the bad things. So GG's to Gem.
Yo,
And he's also
GG.
here.
Speaking of, yes, welcome, GG's Gem.
Thanks.
So, how are your adventures today? How did you feel when you saw Tempered and Mini Helma right? Let me ask you that.
I was extremely happy about it. Like, oh man, was I happy.
You want to know where the other star was?
Dude, where was it?
It was also
Don't
on
tell me
pod.
inside of Spectrock. Oh, it was on pod.
No.
Of course.
It wasn't the big chest. It was the actual silvers.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
pretty annoyed when I saw Ganon told me that there was a bow in pod. Because I was like, do I just go to pod? Like, there's probably a bow in there, right? But,
Yeah, but you would have to potion glitch, right? Yeah, because I mean, you saw the key layout. Yeah, Milla's also not having the best of times, unfortunately, with Ice Palace. We're kind of seeing in this case that he hasn't had the most successful Ice Palace bomb jump, and he hasn't been up the mountain yet. So I guess so kind of what happened with you, right? Is you went into Swamp very early, right, as your first dungeon. You got mitts immediately, right? And then I guess just proceeded to go everywhere except for Spec Rock. Milla, on the other hand, decided to. Where did he go first? Not Swamp.
He went before.
Oh, he went up the mountain. Yeah, that's
mountain,
right. Yeah, he sequence broke up the mountain, found his bow, and then found a flute, and then did Eastern and Pod and Hype Cave and all that stuff, and didn't do Swamp until very very late.
Well, he went up the mountain, got the bow, and then went down to Hype Cave. And instead of going Swamp, where his go mode, or rather sword modes, mids were, he went to Pod and then waited with Swamp so he can do left side, which probably makes sense for him.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it looks I've
kind of record saying that you should never do left side, but I don't know what happened with me to see.
You don't know what happened with you, dude. You checked Catfish before Spec Rock. I don't know what you were thinking. It was pretty funny, but I mean, that was not something I was expecting.
Catfish isn't a real check, but is Pendant Terra any more of a real check than Catfish? I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. I mean, Catfish had Ether that let you into Mire, right? And that was gonna be total bait, so I don't know. But yeah, right. So I think looks like Milla actually saw that Gem finished in the race room. So get your GGs out in chat for Milla. That was a really really rough Ice Palace for him. But I guess it's not often you have to do Ice Palace without the Kena Samaria. So definitely something that I guess at least it comes up early, right? And it's not maybe something that
it is a friendly reminder on why you still need to be able to do the bomb jump in ice. So Gem, what was your initial thought when you came into Darkworld and saw Mire and Turtle Rock being pendants?
Surely this will be a fast seed where we don't have to find many more Gomod items, and Well, it was true that we didn't have to find many more Goblin items, so... It still took at least me a long time to find the bow.
Yeah, I mean, there were two good choices with Pod and, you know, technically the Hera play, if you want to call it that, and the bow being in front of Hera. And there were a couple of bad checks, and we were worried, like, first we thought, okay, you're gonna go east side mountain first, which makes total sense, right? Then it was like, okay, he has Quake. What if he finds the cane here? And then it was like, okay, luckily it's Ether, right? Then you find the cane, we were laughing, haha, imagine it being Quake. And then you were on the way to Catfish, like, what if this is gonna be Ether or something? Or what if what if Meyer is gonna be Quake? And then it all turned out to be, but you luckily went still to the Spectral Rock part first before going to Turtle Rock. I assume that's what your goal was in the end, if it's not Hera or in front of that.
Yeah, the plan was to do Spike Rock, Hera, and then go to Turtle Rock. But yeah, then
Did
the
you
bow
check
was just there smiling at me. No, I didn't. When I was in Star Wars, I was like, well, I'm missing so much still to get all the pendants. No way this is gonna be relevant. And then I suddenly had everything for the pendants and no bow. And then I started to get worried.
So you're up 3-0. I think you need 2 more races to be guaranteed in the next round. But yeah, looking good. Any matches scheduled already for the future?
Yes, actually, my second match against Miller is scheduled for Saturday, I think. Is it Saturday? It is. Yeah, it's Saturday. I looked at like a Discord event and then I got confused because it said tomorrow, but it's already past midnight, so it's technically already Friday.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's 12:35 over there. It's pretty late. Yeah, well, certainly best of luck. Hopefully, you know, you have fewer adventures, and you get Temper Sword earlier. That's always, you know, something to hope for. You had actually a pretty good skate for what it's worth too, until Frederick decided to play hard to get.
Yeah, that dang rat. He deserves all of his deaths.
Also,
Looks like
Miller just joined us, and GG's.
Yeah, GG's Miller.
Thank you. Not really proud of the way that ended. I hate Ice Palace with a passion, but
yeah, we got a good reminder on why everybody still should keep their bomb jobs at a place where you can just do it.
I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. I thought I had the right pixel, but oh well. I've gotten used to Icebreaker, unfortunately.
That happens. I mean, the same thing might happen to people who are relying on Specky Clip, and when they suddenly go Hookless Swamp, they don't know what to do after getting the key.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, I guess yes. Speaking of Specky Clip and Swamp Palace, so I think we saw that you decided to just kind of do Swamp Palace like the really like the kind of very traditional classic way. No diver down, no Specky Clip.
I don't know how to do it with the bombs. I wasn't sure if Specky Clips was allowed or not, so I just didn't do it.
Oh,
okay,
I
so
see.
for this tournament specifically, it is allowed. So
okay.
Just that you know.
All right.
It is pretty much the tournament to try it out.
Yeah.
It's so allowed that Jem did it twice.
Yeah. I did it for both of us.
Yeah, but otherwise, I think it looks like your progression through the seed was actually really good. You sequence broke up the mountain, and you got really good things out of it. Like you got a bow and a flute. So
I did. So I was expecting the lamp to be like a Nagina or something to make sense, and then I saw it in the Bombos tab, and I'm like, okay, sure, but yeah. I said to myself, when I went into Hera, if the big key's in the basement, I would have had to have left because I didn't have the hookshot or a fire source. I kind of wish it would have been, so I wouldn't have wasted my time doing that, but and I said, I should really go to Swamp Palace. It's not often they give you all these things this early, everything you need to complete it. But I was also hoping to go mode Swamp Palace, so I kind of held off on it, and it happened to be my go mode mitts.
Go mode mitts is not the worst thing to have go mode.
It's not, but like I don't know, the thought entered my mind to go to Swamp Palace like super early, but I was like, well, maybe I can go mode it if I hold off.
Yeah, that was even, like we were talking about. Like if you go to Hype Cave, you went the mountain first, got all the other items, basically putting you into sword and mid-go mode. And surely we knew when Gem was on left side kind of early, and also got the sword out of KF45. We knew if you go get your fire out, do you do swamp? And if you do swamp, will you go left side? Because you have a lot of things open. You had your bow already. Like you had Pod, Eastern, Thieves Down, Skullwoods, everything. It is easy to skip left side swamp there and regret it 40 minutes later or something
It is.
like that.
The reason I did not, I did it after I beat the boss. I went back in for it. But the reason I didn't skip it altogether is because I had a good feeling it was there. Because like when you have Mitz's go mode, that blocks so many things you can check.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, same question to you, Miller. Do you have any scheduled matches already for the upcoming weeks?
I have a match against Gritisham tomorrow afternoon, and then I'm playing Gem again Saturday afternoon.
So I assume
afternoon my time. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so
okay. I was about to ask what is exactly afternoon.
it's 6:40 here now. But I think tomorrow at 1 o'clock my time, I'm playing Gritisham, and then 2 o'clock my time Saturday, I'm playing Gem again. So.
Well, certainly best of luck. Yeah, to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for the delay at the start. I hit a little traffic on the way home from work, so.
Oh, it
Also,
wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you got home safe, that's all
Yeah.
that matters.
I usually hit a little bit, so I kind of expected it, but it was particularly bad today. It's like, yeah, the one day I actually have something to do,
That's the same thing as randomizer, right? The one time that you skip something, it is suddenly your iFrod or whatever. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like IRL. But yeah, any final thoughts or words from you guys?
Thank you for the commentary and for the restream, everybody. Thank you for tracking. Yeah, very much appreciated.
Yes, thank you for all that you guys do. I'm definitely going to watch this one back, at least until I enter Ice Palace. I'll probably stop watching there. But I felt good about the first hour or so. I need to get better at Ice without Samaria or whatever.
We all do. We all.
Yeah, we were actually really. I was personally hoping actually for a because Amira and Turtle Rock were both pendants. I was hoping for one cycle Wizrobes one up at the top of GT without the Cicada Samaria, but you guys had to go find it anyway. So
nobody knows how to do that.
Actually, I didn't find it. Jem told me in the race time chat. It was Dark Death Mountain. Was it required for GT? Like, was it on the right side or something?
No, the big was just on the switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in Super Bunny. Yeah.
Oh, so it's just on the way.
Yeah, exactly.
My dog's squeaking a toy. Sorry if it's coming through.
Oh, no worries. But I mean, no worries. But yeah, it was probably a good time to wrap things up. It is pretty late for Jeff, so maybe we won't keep you. But thank you guys so much for the race. It was actually a lot of fun. Nice, fast one. But yeah, best of luck for you, to you, Mila, tomorrow, and then best of luck to both of you on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. I also want to thank Iker for tracking. He pays attention. I think enough for 5 people basically, keeping track of everything, telling us how many items there are left, how many what's in your potions and bottles. All super helpful. Thank you so much, Iker, for tracking this, and Ravis, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for staying up and doing this.
Sure. Also, thanks to Sigma who did the restream today and set everything up, and thanks to the chat obviously for hanging out and being active.
Yeah. And so, right. And so in terms of schedule tonight, there is actually one game on the docket at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, so about 3 hours. Is Sean Rhapsody versus Sawyer. So that should be fun. And then tomorrow morning looks like Arturo is going to restream Mookow versus Broger at 10 a.m. on Friday for ALTTPR Randomizer. So it should be some good matches. Lots of fun. Until then, see you all later and stay cool.